great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Let's try that again. Welcome back to the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 800 of the Immigration Answer Show. Can you guys believe it? Here we are. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. We're watching the Cardinals, who are battling the Angels of Los Angeles. The score is 3-2 in the top of the seventh. Uh-oh. That's not good. How's everybody doing? I had a long day today. I'm glad to be with you. The sun's getting ready to set, so it might get a little darker. I might have to turn on some lights. I'll be here for the next hour trying to answer your immigration law-related questions. I see all the good wishes from everybody on episode 800, so thank you for that. We're excited to be here. We're excited to try to help everybody, and we're going to answer questions for the next hour. So I'm going to start. Remember, everybody, don't put in your last names, okay? So we don't want to have anything identifying. We don't want to see, we don't do anything where you make it obvious who you are. There are immigration officers that watch this show. And so I'd be worried about disclosing anything that you don't want disclosed. So I'm going to start the show because I'm tired and I just want to crank out as many answers as I can. But I am very excited to be here, and it is a wonderful milestone getting to 800. I remember when we just hit 500 not so long ago, and we'll keep on marching on. So I think this show is more necessary now more than ever, and I think of it a little bit as immigration therapy, and other people have told me that they think of it as immigration therapy. So happy to try to make you guys feel better. I had a great interview at USCIS today in San Francisco. It was a green card interview for a super smart lady, and she did an awesome job. I told her if I could have written out the answers that I wanted her to give and had her memorize them, she gave those answers exactly, even though we didn't even do that. She just gave great answers. I was super happy for her. I hope that her case gets approved. And as I mentioned on LinkedIn today, USCIS is still approving cases. USCIS is still giving green cards. USCIS is still naturalizing people. We were waiting there in line at the San Francisco field office. There were 80 people coming out of a ceremony, 80 people going into a ceremony. So life goes on at immigration. I don't want to be all doom and gloom. I don't want to be scaring everybody. I just want to be realistic and honest about how things are. But I think we've got to be balanced, and we got to pay attention to what's going on. So I appreciate all the love and everybody. UFAM is asking for a 10-hour show for the 1,000th show. Well, that would be fun. We'll see about that. 10 hours, that's a long time. Maybe I could do that during Ramadan. We'll see. All right, let's go to Sammy. Hello, Sammy. Sammy, you're on mute. Sammy, are you there? All right, Sammy's out of here. All right, let's go to Ghoul. Hello, Ghoul.
Hi, Jim. How you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. I've been watching your show since 2019. My husband contacted you. We were in some Middle Eastern country, and he was trying to bring me here. So he had some question, and you definitely helped us a lot.
Awesome.
At the time. So I kept following you. I got my green card, 10 years green card, 15 years of marriage. Kids, my older kid is 14-year-old. So we moved here in 2021,
Okay.
and I got my green card. And now, last year I was trying to apply for my naturalization under 3 years rule. But then I found out that my husband been applying my tax return as me for head of the household, and for him too. And I asked him what is the reason, and he was like, he's stuck with the child support, and they take half of his salary, and they take all his tax return too. And if they don't get money, they might come after him. So he was like, I thought that was the best move at the time, but I didn't know that it could be a problem, because they might say your marriage is not bona fide and this and that. Because when I found out that, I started searching, like, what if it's not a tax status, say it's not filed married, so what happens? So I found mixed response, but I want to make sure, since we are in different time now, with the new government and all that. So I want to know, shall we amend our tax return, or shall I
So
wait for 5 years?
you've told the government at the IRS that you're filing separately, but you're also telling the government that you're married. So I think that's inconsistent. I don't think it's
Mhm.
the end of the world if you have kids in this long history. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
Mhm.
I think it's still approvable. I would prefer that you didn't do it that way, but it's still approvable.
So you, because I don't want to make any hasty decision. We
Yeah,
can
and just wait,
amend.
just wait, just wait.
Just wait for 5 years.
Yeah,
Okay, and because, and it also scares me because they changing policies so fast. So I don't know what
they
they're
are.
gonna do within 1 year. So
No, they won't change. I mean, I don't think that's the kind of thing that they're going to change. I mean, nobody knows, but you'll still be able to apply for citizenship. That's not going away.
all right, so I should just wait for 5 years, right?
Probably.
Okay, all right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Fool. Thanks for
Thank you.
watching. See ya.
Thank you.
All right, all right. Let's go to P and V. Hello.
Hi.
How you
Hello,
doing?
Jim.
I'm great. How
Nice
are you
to
doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Nice to meet you. I've been watching the show for a while, so I'm excited to finally be on.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. So I am married, newly married. I've been with my husband since 2023. He's from Nigeria. We got married in 2024, and then we filed our paperwork November of 2024. And so we were trying to see, I don't know if you knew or had background on the expedite request, if that's something that we had a family member that was sick, and we was thinking about submitting the expedite request out for that to see if maybe that would help us move a little faster with
He's in Nigeria.
USCIS.
He is in
Mhm.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
So tell me about why would getting him here faster make your life easier?
Well, I have a 3-year-old son. I well, my 18-year-old, she's hopefully eventually moving out, but I'm a single mom at home with my son, so I pretty much carry all the weight here. So I'm doing it
Yeah.
all. So like I don't have like
So
so really the support would be helpful, but
when did you file the I-130?
November 2024. I
And when
went
did,
through a immigration, boundless immigration.
right, that's not so great, but we won't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
What's the date of your marriage?
October 26, 2024.
Okay, so I would say that 98% of everybody going through the immigration process thinks their case should go faster than everybody else and wish that they could get it expedited. For that reason, USCIS does not expedite many cases. I mean, that reason, and because they don't care, they don't approve most expedite requests. So you are certainly free to ask them to expedite it, but I would say the chances of them expediting it are about 2 or 3%. So don't get your hopes up. I think you're gonna have to wait just like everybody else. Plus Nigeria.
So how long do I have to wait? Like how long do we have to wait for the
What,
USCIS approval?
what we're seeing right now is 14 months for USCIS, 4 months at the National Visa Center, and then a year waiting for an embassy interview in Nigeria, and that's probably going to get worse.
So we just stuck basically until
You are stuck.
whatever.
You are stuck. Yep.
It's really hard because I know you're right. We really in love and we love each other, but I guess we ain't got no other choice. I mean, I'm 10 years older than him,
Right.
so
So they'll be suspicious of that.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about Nigeria. You're talking about, I mean, they think Nigeria is the immigration fraud capital of the world. And when you add on a 10-year age gap, you know, they're going to slow walk that very much so. Even without Trump, they would slow walk that.
Okay. So basically we'll just try it, but the K3, what do you know about that? Is that even, I hear people talking about K3 too, but
waste of time.
Waste of time. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks,
well,
V.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye. All right. That was P and V. Let's go to Esme, and then we'll go to evening. Hello, Esme. Esme, are you there? Hello. You're on mute.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, go ahead.
So my question is, on the community, the Latino community around where I live right now, there's like a big thing going on where they keep talking about VAWA, and I guess an attorney has been saying that people could qualify depending on like if you have some kind of abuse from your kids, your husband, and things like that. And is that true? It sounds to me like I
Esme, are you there? I think she got a phone call. Esme?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. Go ahead. All right. Sounds like her audio dropped. I'll try to answer the question. Maybe she can catch it on the replay. So I always get suspicious when you hear about an attorney or an notario who's figured out this amazing special way to get someone a work card, because usually that's BS. So, you know, the Violence Against Women Act is a law that does protect people who are victims of domestic violence. But I did see that USCIS thinks that people have been abusing VAWA. So I would imagine that VAWA cases are going to be harder to get approved in the months and years to come. So probably not going to work long term. All right. Manu's asking, Jim, how was your Eid and what kind of food did you eat? So I didn't even eat that much special. I went out to eat with the boys. We went out for breakfast, and then because I'm traveling, Manu, so I wasn't there to have Egyptian sweets, although Mani made kak the night before, and that's Noor's favorite thing. So I didn't really get much special for Eid. Hey, look at Raphael's nice comment. All right. Hey, Jim, I've been watching your videos since you went to the airport to protest the first travel ban. So that would be 8 years ago. I appreciate all you do. My spouse was sworn in today. It is thanks to you in great part. You can add one more to the list. Well, isn't that great? Mrs. Vellatuni, we will add her to the list. All right. Let's go over to TikTok. Thanks, Raphael. That made my day. I'm happy for your wife. Congratulations. I applied for citizenship and it's been 70 days, and my friend applied and they answered him in 30 days. That doesn't mean anything. Every case is different. So don't worry about that, Ashraf. Is it okay to get married right before a tourist visa ends in the United States? Yes, Fantasia, that's okay, as long as the beneficiary didn't have immigrant intent when they came. So that would be an approvable case, but there are ways that people can get into trouble. All right, Svetlana Bunny says, can I say something? I just love Jim. You really adorable. Well, how about that? That's a nice little present. Adam says, hi, Jim. Happy Eid. How I tried to get I-94, but it's empty. How do I get the travel history? You're going to have to recreate it yourself. You can also do a CDP FOIA. All right, let's get back to the calls, and we'll go to evening, and then lawsuit work, and then Revo. Hello, evening.
Hi, Jim. Good evening. Congratulations on your 800th episode.
Thanks so much.
I'll try just to keep this short to not take much time from everyone.
Take your time.
For re-entry permits, so these are usually valid for like a year or two, and I know it takes a while to approve it. And so does the date start from the date of the filing or the date of the approval?
Date of the approval.
Okay. And is it usually, from what you've seen recently, is it like a year or two, or like how does it work?
It's a 2 year. It's usually approved for 2 years.
Okay, and is there like an equation, meaning if you should spend like 50% of your presence should be in the US before you apply
No,
for it, or?
that's the benefit of getting a reentry permit in theory is that you can stay outside the United States for 2 years without any problem.
Okay. All right.
Now, would I do that? No, I wouldn't do that. But technically, you could. Not these days. I wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. And if somebody spent, I would say maybe like 6 months here, and then they spend a year outside or less or something like that, came back and filed for it, would this be an issue or no?
Filed for a reentry permit?
Yep.
If I had had a long trip outside the United States, I would not leave again until I had my reentry permit in my hand.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thanks. Good luck. MJ says on TikTok, I had our I-130 and 45 interview today. Oh, I hope it went well. Let us know, MJ. That's great. I hope it went well. All right. Lawsuits work. Hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. I just want to thank you for having me on the show.
Sure.
I'm one of your clients, and we did file a lawsuit, and it worked really well.
What kind of a lawsuit was it, and how long had you been waiting?
2.5 years, close to 3, and it was a green card delay.
And we sued, and then what happened? Did you get an interview, or did they just approve it?
Nope, no interview. Served on Friday, approved on Tuesday.
Nice. Love it. Congratulations.
It was that fast, so I want to thank you. Paralegal was Josephina.
That was my next question. Yeah, she's the best. We love Josie. She's great.
Everybody did well. I'm really, really glad, and I want to thank you on behalf of my family. And it's the best $6,000 I've ever spent.
Thank you so much for the call. I appreciate it. I'll tell Josie to watch this tomorrow. Everyone will be happy. Thanks for the call.
All right. Thank you very much. Have
Hey,
a good
brother.
day.
Awesome. Hey, that's the benefit of doing a late night show. Sometimes you get to hear from happy clients, and those lawsuits do work. So I will let Josephina know that very soon. All right. Revo's up, then Jay, and then we'll hit TikTok for some questions. All right, Revo, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Jim? I
Great.
see your show a lot, man.
Awesome.
So I'm adjusting my status through marriage, and I'm currently on a valid F1 visa. I'm on my OPT. My question is, I did work without authorization, and so I was honest on my forms. But the only thing worrying me is, will that be a problem later on?
Are you married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
No, that won't be a problem. As long as you disclose it, that'll be forgiven. Yeah.
But what if the administration later on changes this thing before I get an approval?
Good question. Number one, I would say that if they try to change it, it wouldn't be retroactive, most likely. I would say that you should be evaluated on the rule as it existed at the time that you filed. So I think that's a good defense for you. And also, I don't know for sure if they could change that without actually changing the law.
Okay.
So they'd actually have to go through Congress and file a bill and all that stuff.
Okay. And so one more question. So I did work as a delivery driver on one of the gig apps.
Yep.
And my friend lended me the thing. Will that be a problem? I had a consent with him.
No, they won't dig that deep. And as long as you're honest that I just say I work for Uber, that's it.
Okay. So it wouldn't count as a fraud or a misrepresentation.
Again, I don't think that's going to come out. I guess if they dug in deep and they grilled you and you were honest and you said, I used my friend's Uber account, I would say that could, in fact, be a fraud, but it wouldn't be a fraud that involved immigration, if that makes sense. It wouldn't be something that – it's not the kind of thing you would need a waiver for. They could refer you to the police, but I think that's very unlikely.
But in Maryland, so the state I'm in, right? So it's a misdemeanor in the state. It's not a fraud.
Yeah.
So does that help?
Maybe a little.
Okay.
I mean, the important thing is now that you're honest about it, and then you have to let the chips fall where they may.
Okay, but it doesn't require a waiver, you said.
No, because you didn't perpetrate the fraud on the USCIS or the State Department.
Okay.
All right.
Makes sense.
Bye, Revo. Good luck.
Thank you.
See ya. Amado says, watching from Colorado, got my oath of naturalization September 2024. Good work. AJ says, Revo is thinking too much. I think that's true. All right, let's see what TikTok has to say. I have my master hearing tomorrow. How long will the judge decide when the individual hearing will be? Well, the judge will decide pretty quickly. If you're asking when the hearing will be, it could be years. I file an I-130 for my husband in Ghana, and it's 14 months now. I'm a U.S. citizen. You should be hearing soon, probably in the next month or two, about that being approved. Veronica says, can a green card holder travel for 1 month to Africa? Check out my video. We talked about this very much. I get some happy Ramadan wishes. Let's see. How long is naturalization taking these days? Depends on where you live. So anywhere from 5 to 12 months. Why are lawyers contradicting themselves these days, Mally? Because they're throwing a ton at us and we're just all trying to do our best. I don't think anybody's trying to mislead anybody or trick anybody. We're all doing our best just trying to answer the questions. When does the 180 days for overstaying on your ESTA start? Well, I would assume it'd be 90 days after you entered, most likely. I have asylum green. Oh my God, did I just see this? I have an asylum green card. Can I apply for my home country's passport? No, you should not do that. Did they freeze the overstayed applications for 45s? No, just for the TPS people or the people that came through humanitarian parole. I'm a U.S. citizen and I-130 is taking 4 years now. I don't know what is happening. Terrence, you probably need to sue them for that. All right, let's go to Jay and then downtown. Hello.
Hey, Jim, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Sure.
A complicated case here a little bit. I came here in 2012 with family. I was young, from Syria. Family applied for asylum, and then we entered as on a tourist visa. Asylum got denied at the interview. Went to court, got put on removal. Then we were on TPS. Since then, got married 2019 myself. That didn't work out. There was an approved I-130. That didn't work out.
The marriage didn't work out?
Correct. And then recently got married again. Did an I-130, 485. And every time I've had to sue them. So I've sued them you actually sued them for me for the first I-130 because they weren't responding. And then I actually had to sue them later for the TPS that they weren't responding to. I had my interview last month on this one, and everything went well. They said everything is good. They gave us thumbs up, said you'll hear back from 2 to 3 weeks. Didn't have any questions that were suspicious. Never done anything illegal. Never have any records.
They asked about the first marriage?
Just, hey, were you married? Yes.
Did the first I-130 get approved?
Yes.
Okay. So after that first I-130 was approved, did you do anything in court, or had the marriage already started to fall apart?
It was starting to fall apart, so we just kind of left everything and moved on. So I did it 130, 485, but we were still in removal.
Right.
Family dropped the removal case. We removed all of that because we went to the judge, said there's TPS. Parents got it through a younger brother who turned 21. So we removed the case.
So remove the case wouldn't be the right word. Was it terminated?
Terminated, correct.
Okay, that's right. You're doing great. You're explaining it very well. Okay. All right. So now now you with the person you're married to now, did you file the I-130 and the 45 together?
Correct.
Okay. And you had your interview when?
Last month. I haven't heard anything. Now, the case is about 12, maybe 11 months. It's been filed for 11 months. How often do you see them not responding after the interview? Not even the I-130 was approved, which was weird to me. And then how often do you see that? And then how soon do you sue? Because I'm ready to do it again.
Yeah, at least a year for sure. So I would say maybe let's give them 90 days from the interview and then go from there.
Okay. And how often do you see them? Do you see them not responding after an interview? It really went. I mean, we were just laughing. We had a lot of pictures, a lot of proof.
I think I would say since January 20th, and especially about a month later, almost everybody is walking away from their interview without a decision.
Oh, okay.
I think
I thought it's been.
I think getting a decision on the day of the interview. I think everybody's still freaked out about Trump being in office, and like the agency just slowed everything down, and they're like, they don't know how to act. I think they're just starting to warm back up. So I think I wouldn't be too worried about what you just said.
Okay, and then the last thing is what really has me worried is the fact that they're trying to do this travel ban, but I don't know if that affected adjustment of status or not, because
no.
Okay, cool. Well, that's all I have. I'll be reaching out if I'm in 90 days. If I'll be ready to sue.
I'm your man. Thanks,
That'll
Jay.
be number 3. Thank you.
That might be a record, Jay.
Thank you.
See you, bud. Later. All right, that was our friend Jay. Let's go to downtown. Hello, downtown.
Hi, Jim. Good evening.
How you doing? Can you talk a little louder?
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Go ahead.
Okay. My question is, what happened? This is for a friend. What happened if a U.S. citizen spouse died without submitting a petition for her immigrant spouse?
Mm-hmm.
So what will happen?
So the beneficiary can file a form called an I-360, and as the widow or widower of a U.S. citizen, and still try to get a green card based on that. But they're going to have to prove that the marriage was valid. They're going to have to prove that the marriage was valid. So you would treat that as a regular I-130 plus obviously proof that the petitioner died. Does that make sense?
Yes. Okay. That's it. And congratulations for your 800th episode.
Thanks for the call, downtown. See you, brother.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I had an interesting situation today. The intake team was asking me, same scenario as downtown just referenced, but it wasn't an application filed by a spouse. It was an application filed by a son. So a U.S. citizen filed for his mother, and then the U.S. citizen died, and he was an only child. So I think that case is over. I think there's not a widower rule for the parents of U.S. citizens, although I guess we could check. I guess in theory there might be. This is the Immigration Answer Show. This is episode 800 of the Immigration Answer Show. I am going to be here for the next half hour trying to answer your immigration law related questions. Can you believe 800 episodes? That's like a lot. That's 800 hours of information and content. Hey, I have a survey question. I want to hear from everybody on TikTok and on the YouTube comments. Here's the question. You guys ready? Do you think it would be a good idea for us to put the possible range of what a legal case costs on our website? Or maybe that people could give us their email address and download our usual, range of fees. So in other words, if somebody wanted to know how much is a lawsuit, they could see it on the website and make a decision accordingly. Oh, everybody's saying yes. Now let me ask you this. I assume Brittany says, yes, this was the biggest question we had when we searched for our attorney. Thank you, Brittany. That's helpful. Yeah, Robert says download a PDF would be better. I mean, I'm at Social Media Marketing World in San Diego. That's the conference I'm at, and that's where I was today. And I flew back from San Francisco. I went straight to the conference, and I went to see two speakers. And the second speaker was a pool guy, and he actually, he installs and builds pools. Okay, everybody's saying yes. Tell me why. Tell me why yes. I'd love to know why. I'd love to have some talking points to take back to leadership. Yeah, and I think that's right. Tony says, I think it will save your staff's time of people who call only based on pricing. Is that unusual? Do many lawyers have their, Laura says, just having it say something like starting at X would be great. I think that's right. Like what I was thinking is, most of our marriage-based green card cases, the legal fees $5,500, and the filing fees are blah blah blah. You guys know I used to not even let the intake people talk about the price. Like, I was so scared to talk about price, but I really think people would. Okay, user 666 says they should schedule an appointment and pay consultation fee. Well, we don't have paid consultation fees, and frankly, we're getting lots of calls from people who could never afford it. So I think Anna says, for people with small budgets, such as students, we need to anticipate all expenses. Very helpful. AJ says, conditions apply based on severity. I like that too. What is this? Laura says, the places that advertise actual prices were places I would contact for a wedding. Large purchases can be difficult to navigate, and we don't want to call tons of people. Yeah, and I know this sounds crazy. I'm going to show this to my intake team tomorrow, or this week. $5,500 is a large purchase. I know that sounds crazy, but I guess I should be thinking that it is a crazy thing. Carol's here. Carol, we got about 25 minutes left. Yeah, Shauna says, that takes too much time to schedule the consultation just for people not to be able to afford. I think that's right. Daisy says, it would be good to have a base rate along with the filing fee rates. And if the case is severe, you can always add extra fees, of course, letting the client know. Yeah, but the thing is, when people hear that first fee, they like grab onto it. Why isn't my case the regular price of $5,500? Well, that's because you've been married 4 times, fool. Yeah, okay. A very large purchase, Alejandra said. Worth it nonetheless. I appreciate that, Alejandra. You're the best. Alejandra, I don't know if I told you, but we found a Chicago office. So I might have a little mission for you if you're willing to help me out. That would actually help us out a little if you could help me. I need someone to go and take pictures of the office so that I can put it on Google, but I might just come up myself. My boy Yusuf, my son, got into Northwestern and he got into the University of Chicago. So Bruno says you could partner up with loaners to make payments easier. We have a finance company, but a lot of people don't like it. It's sort of a high interest rate, stuff like that. Well, this was really helpful, guys. I'm going to look at some of these comments, and I think this is all really, really helpful. All right. Let's go to Vikos, our old friend. Hello, Vikos.
Hello, Mr. Jim. How are you doing?
Good, buddy. What's up?
Not much. I've called. This is the third or the fourth time I'm calling for the same thing. And lately, your secretary told me that they check with the paralegal and there is nothing much can be done about my mother-in-law's document that I'm supposed to send to NVC. I can't send the document. So I want to ask you if there is no any other way to get the document, the supporting document to them.
Well, I would push back and ask, what efforts have you actually made to get the necessary document?
Okay, the case has been approved. They approved the case. My wife documents were sent. My wife is a full-time student. She's not working. I'm the only one working. So on my turn to send my document, it's giving an error message. Anytime that I press submit, it will come back with an error message. We cannot process your request at this time.
That's not my question. The document that you want to get, since they told you we need this document, what have you done to get that document?
No, I already have them down.
What?
I already have those documents.
Then what are you talking about?
The document I'm supposed to upload them on their website.
Yeah.
So anytime that I upload them, I receive an error message. It is not going through. The error message is we cannot process your document at this time.
That's for National Visa Center?
Yes.
Have you emailed them?
Several times. I sent at least 7. I sent everything to you. I sent all the copies of the email, the inquiry forms that are performed, the call we received from them. We have called with them several times. They promised to fix the issue, but it has not resolved up to now.
Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you, brother.
So my question is, what is there any other way? Can I mail it to them or something like that?
I would try it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Jim. Thanks for your effort.
Yep. Sorry I couldn't tell you more.
Okay.
Peace. All right. Carlito says he needs to try to convert the document. That's to different formats. That's a good idea, Carlito. Thank you. Why can't the Philippines come to the USA on visit the same as we can go there? They are our allies. Well, who knows? Trump will probably go to war with them too pretty soon. It's funny because I got the baseball game on over here. Whenever this Uber Eats commercial comes up, I turn green. I wonder if I should turn the light on. Toto is here. Hello.
Yes, Jim. How you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Okay, I'm back again.
Go for it.
My case is I came in on a C1D visa, right? And you would say that I cannot adjust my status with marriage. But I was doing some research, and then I found out that there is a possible way where I file for the waiver and the I-130, and then I have to leave the United States and do an interview in another country with for the visa. So do you know anything about that?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just play it straight and leave in consular process?
Come again?
Right. So when did you enter the United States?
That was 2023 April.
Oh, so you have a if you leave the United States, you have a 10-year bar on coming back.
Yes. Okay. So I was saying I put the waiver where I plead my case for them to waiver that, and then I can be able to leave.
Well, you're going to need two waivers. You're going to need a waiver for the overstay, and you're going to need a waiver. You're going to need a waiver because you're going to leave. I mean, Jim, what do you think are the chances of this actually working? And my answer is 3%, 2%. They don't
Why would you say 2%?
Because they're not going to give you the waiver.
Why wouldn't they give me the waiver?
What's your hardship?
My wife and we have a kid.
What's the hardship? It has to be exceptional.
The hardship is I'm the one who's working and fending for them.
Brother, I don't mean to be insensitive, but that's true of almost every single person. You have to show exceptional hardship.
Exceptional hardship, like what, mental disorder, stuff like that,
or cancer, or something really bad.
So emotional doesn't work.
They understand that whenever a couple is separated or the beneficiary is not allowed to live in the United States, they understand that produces hardship.
Mm-hmm.
You have to show exceptional hardship. You have to show something really off the chart hard.
Okay, so if you had to take my case, can you make something happen?
I mean, you can email us and we can talk about it, but it's going to be a tough case. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, so I'll be in touch. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do anything anytime soon, but I'm just thinking about it.
All right, bud.
All right, thank you.
See ya. All right, Toto. That was Toto. Let's go to let's see. Hold on, I gotta move the TikToky. Sorry, TikToky. Jonathan, I want to pull you up. Are you JQ? Jonathan's, yeah, I think so. Let me pull up JQ. Hello, JQ.
Hey, Jim. Good evening. Thank you so much for taking my call. Finally. Thank you, sir.
Go for it.
Yeah, so two quick questions. So my family got approved with their immigrant visa. There's been many episodes for green card holders returning. How about first entry immigrants? Should I be worried about any border patrol issues or?
I wouldn't think so. I would think they have nothing on you, so I would say probably not.
Okay, because they figured I was just gonna fly there to pick them up. When my kids get here, how soon can I file the N600K or the N600. I'm not sure which one.
You don't have to wait. I would probably wait till they get their green card, and that's it.
Oh, for my kids?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's all.
That was easy. All right, let's go to MZ. Hello, MZ.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can.
Perfect. How are you, Jim?
Great. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you for having me today.
Sure thing.
So I'm gonna try and make it short. I applied for a petition of spouse for the I-30, and we got the case approved. Moved to the embassy. Posted the account information to get the payment withdrawn, but there is a problem with the like the SEAC website.
Yeah.
I'm using a preparer, like someone who does the paperwork for me.
You mean a fake lawyer?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So far we haven't had the payment withdrawn from my account, and I just checked recently on the case status. It says that it was moved to Department of State. So I am not sure what is going on because the embassy haven't taken any payment yet, but it says it's moved to the Department of State. So I'm not sure what's going on.
When did USCIS approve the case?
It was approved in mid-October 2024.
And so now it says that the case was sent to the Department of State, but you haven't gotten anything from SEAC.
Yeah, there's no payment was drawn from my account, my bank account, and it says it's moved to the Department of State. So I'm not sure.
So when you say payments, are you talking about the immigrant fee and the affidavit of support fee? Yeah.
Yes.
I would just start bugging SEAC and asking them what the deal is. It sounds like you're done with USCIS. I wouldn't worry about them anymore. Now it's all at SEAC.
But are they working on the case? Are we in the waiting list for the case complete state?
Well, if they haven't accepted your fees yet, your case is stuck. There's something wrong.
Okay. So just bug them till they take
after you
the payments
after you pay those fees, there's still a lot of work that you have to do at SEAC.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'll try to email them again because I emailed them before. They said that they know the problem, but so far there is no solution yet.
Thanks, MZ. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good
See
day.
you, buddy.
Bye.
Yep. All right. So people are asking. It's really getting dark in here. Sorry, guys. The sun is setting in 15 minutes, and it's very, very cloudy, so it's sort of dark. What was I going to say? Totally lost it. Oh, yeah, people are asking how to get on the show. So it's sort of weird. I don't really cover the comments from YouTube. I do the comments from TikTok. And then to get on to talk to me and ask me a question, you have to text the word show, SHOW, to 314-470-3300. Text the word show, SHOW, and that way you'll get a link emailed to you or texted to you whenever I go live with like an update as to when we're actually live. So like tomorrow's show will be sometime in the afternoon, I think. And I won't know exactly when. So if you text the word show to 314-470-3300, you'll get alerted when we go live. The Cardinals are tied in the bottom of the ninth. Who's up? Looks like Lars. Yep. All right. Let's go to Sammy. Hello, Sammy.
Hello, Mr. Jim. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, I have a question, and I'm trying to make sure to follow the procedure. So
Okay.
I have my green card, which is based on granted on asylum.
Yeah.
On which is August 2022. So the starting date, it's 2023, which is October 2023.
Okay.
So I'm trying to know something about it. Like, when did I apply for my citizenship?
You have a green card based on asylum.
Yes.
And the date that USCIS approved your green card was what?
October 7th, 23.
And what's the date that it says you've been a lawful permanent resident on your green card? What does it say?
It says resided since 10/07/23.
It should say 22.
No, this one says 23.
So it sounds like they made a mistake. You probably need to file an I-94,
Okay.
and then you'll file your green card based on the corrected date, which should be 1 year from. It should be October of 22.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So which is it's supposed to be, which is because I was granted on which is August 10th, 22. So which is supposed to be on 22, right?
The green card was approved on August 22.
No, 23.
Yeah. No, whatever the resident. I mean, you should just tell them, look, I applied for asylum. I was granted asylum. I applied for a green card. My green card was approved on August, whatever, 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And it should be a start date of August 22, and then see what they say. You don't have to pay the fee. It's their mistake.
Oh, okay.
Good luck, Sammy.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye, buddy. All right. I have people asking on TikTok and on, everyone's going to think I didn't pay my electric bill. I have people asking on TikTok and on YouTube. Couple of things. Number one, USCIS has indeed said that they're going to stop processing green card applications filed by people who received asylum in the United States or came as refugees. So that will be challenged in court. Also, I wanted to tell you that our friends who filed that lawsuit on behalf of the Venezuelans won a victory today, and the government has been enjoined, which means restricted, which means pause. So Trump wanted to revoke the TPS of Venezuelan nationals and all the other people from Ukraine, Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua, wanted to revoke all of their paroles. But a federal judge enjoined that today, so that's good. So they have to, for now, they're going to have to keep honoring that. So there you go. All right. Probably got time for a couple more. Let's go to Omar. Hello, Omar.
Hi, Jim. Good to speak with you again. You were right about I-130s being approved in 14 months.
Yeah, it's right around 14 months.
I have a couple questions. I was just wondering if you happen to know how long until my wife gets her CR1 visa interview in Ciudad Juárez. We have been documentarily qualified since December 19th of last year, 2024. A Google search says 60 to 90 days, but I read on a subreddit post that for Ciudad Juárez, it's taking about 11 to 13 months.
That's what I think.
From then to schedule a visa interview for marriage green card. Marriage green card.
Yep. I mean, go ahead.
I mean, is that right? 11 to 13 months.
Yep. And if you ask, people will put it in the comments what they're seeing in Juarez, and also if you put it in Immigrant Home, people will tell you what they think.
Okay. Some other questions. So there's no telling when that date will actually be. It could be a year from now. We don't know. So in the meantime, I would really like to live with her in Mexico while we wait until that. I understand that my domicile status could become an issue. What are my options?
Nah.
No?
Just pay your taxes, come back every now and then. Not a big deal.
But I'm a citizen of Mexico, so I have my dual citizenship.
Yeah,
I mean, do I still need it?
For the last 3 years, how long have you been working? How much time have you spent in the United States?
The majority of the time. I've been here most of the time.
You're not going to lose that. You're not going to lose that domicile based on whatever time is left waiting for your wife. I mean, I wouldn't just, obviously sell everything and not pay my taxes and all that stuff. But as long as you don't go crazy, you're going to be fine. I wouldn't be worried about this at all.
What other problems could we run into with me moving to Mexico?
The only other one I would think of is they might call you in for the interview, which we wouldn't want. But other than that, I don't think many.
I was wanting to go with her to the visa interview. Was that not a good idea?
No, U.S. citizens should not go to the visa interview. Nothing good happens when a U.S. citizen goes to a visa interview. Nothing good.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much for.
And Omar, most likely they won't let you in.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Bye, buddy. All right. I look like a nut with this lighting. I would go turn it on, but we're almost done and we're having fun. All right. Let's see. In the TikTok-y world, administrative processing for 8 months, but embassy asked for new medical and completed 2 months ago. Still waiting. Writ of mandamus, Brittany, I would say yes. My husband is a defense contractor, and we filed an I-130 16 months ago, and we just got denied. I'm an LP. Interesting. I would like to see that denial, AIK. Can you email it to me? info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. Nasi Musa says, I've been in the United States for 4 years. Can I apply for citizenship? Well, just being in the United States for 4 years does not give you the right to apply for citizenship. You have to be a lawful permanent resident for 5 years or 3 years if you're married to a U.S. citizen. Marvelous says, my neighbor paid $10,000 for a lawyer to do the I-130. That's really expensive. All right. Dex. Hello, Dex.
Hello, Jim. Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right. Congratulations on the 800 episode.
Thanks.
I had a couple of questions.
Go for it.
All right. So with the latest news that they're going to be more stringent with social media presences,
yeah,
I have an interview coming up.
Yeah.
And while I don't have anything very radical on my social media, there are a few like retweeted articles that could be taken in a certain way.
Yep.
And I was wondering if that would pose a problem during the interview.
You mean about Trump?
Yes.
Yeah, I would take those down.
All right. It's not too late to take them down then?
No.
Okay.
And that rule isn't even in effect yet. So that's like just being extra careful.
That's what I was wondering about. And the second question is the rule they want to invoke for registration of illegal aliens.
Yep.
Most of my family has cases on file from the previous administration.
Mm-hmm.
But
what kind of cases?
Adjustment of status, petitions from family members who are U.S. citizens. But there are a couple of holdouts that wouldn't listen and put the money forward to at least get it on record.
Well, today, our friends at the American Immigration Council filed a lawsuit to try to enjoin that rule too. So just stay tuned. Nothing to do yet.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, those are my biggest concerns. I really appreciate it.
Hey, Dex, good luck on your interview. Let us know how it goes, okay?
I appreciate it. You have a great night.
Bye, buddy. That guy sounds like a good old boy Texan to me. I would never have thought that he wasn't already a U.S. citizen. Listen, for those of you who are wondering how to get a hold of our firm, it's 314-961-8200. You can call us tomorrow if you need help or want us to help you with your immigration case. Tomorrow's show, don't know what time. I don't know if I'm going back to social media marketing world. I might just stay here and walk on the ocean and reflect. I'm having lunch with our awesome litigation associate, Ms. Christina Castro. So I'm going to see her while I'm out here. And then I'm going to see my son before I leave on Wednesday morning. So Erica just keeps saying Jimmy with lots of hearts. I appreciate that. Let's talk to a modest judge. Hello.
Hello, Jim. Thanks, man. Happy Monday, Papa.
Thanks.
And happy for the 800 shows. I do appreciate it.
You got it.
And I want to just got a two-part question. First question is, lesson learned from blood and pain are never easily forgotten. Looks like you're going through a lot of pain in your life. No offense, but my thinking is you're coming forward to help us, a lot of people, and I do really appreciate all the help.
Thank you.
This is kind of really odd question. My employer done applied for me in 1999, 245. I think in 2000 he applied 245I, and I got my labor approved, but I done work for him almost 8 months, and I'm from India, but I don't want to say too much. But thing is, I done came here legally. But thing is, after he's been here for 3 years. My employer, he's from India too, but he ran out of business, and he done applied for so many people, and he got his green card. But when Bill Clinton was here, I was here as well. But my thinking was, since the 240 the sorry, I'm sorry, the restaurant,
Since
the,
that
the place.
application was filed for you, can you rely on 245I and use that to apply through a different person now?
No, sir. Actually, the restaurant went out of business, but I got my labor approved. But now I can't even find where the application. I can't even find. What I was saying is, I don't know how to go find the thing. But my whole family, my three brothers and my sister, and my mom and dad, they're all U.S. citizens. But I waited so long. But my thinking is, my brother done asked me so many times if he can apply as a F4 sibling visa, and I said no, I don't want any help. I want to do it myself. But he done applied for me as a sibling visa. But what is? I'm sorry, but my thinking is, what exactly? How is my first question is, how is it to find my labor approved? I do had my labor approved for 245I, a grandfather thing, and if that I
Was an I-140 ever filed for you?
and would you please repeat it again, please?
So the labor part is not the immigration part. There has to have been an I-140 petition filed for you. Did the employer file an I-140 petition for you with USCIS? You could do a FOIA and see Freedom of Information Act and ask for your immigration file, but you're out of status. So I don't know if that's the best thing.
Yeah, because I done apply for FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, but they told me my employer has gone back to India. But
Yeah. When did your brother file for you?
He done applied for me in 2024, I guess. I think December.
That's a 20-year wait. So you have nothing to apply for anyway.
And I'm sorry, sir, but thing is, I was just quick question. Since I done been here almost like 27 years now, I done come here legally, but my thinking is, will my case get rejected or not? Because they done receive.
There's no case. You don't have a case. Your brother filed an I-130 petition for you, but that's going to take 20 years to get approved. So there's nothing going on right now that would keep you here.
So I'm sorry, I didn't mean the wrong way, but being here, am I being a NTA like to be removed, or they don't send us a receipt saying that we received your I-130 application as a siblings sponsor at F4. But my request is, since I done been here almost 27, 28 years now, what is my options of Mr. Jim?
Nothing. If you get put in removal, you might be able to get cancellation if you have a family member who like, are you married to a green card holder or anything? Are your parents a green card holder or a citizen?
Oh no, my wife is a U.S. citizen. He done born here. She's African American. But thing is, we just going through child custody because my son, according to the DNA evidence, he's mine. But my thinking is, it's just no offense, but I love my wife, but I just can't really handle her because it's
Wait. Why did we spend all this time talking about
I'm sorry,
your brother and all this other stuff when you're married to? How long have you been married to a U.S. citizen?
I done married almost like 7 years now.
And she never applied for you?
We going up and down. We going through a lot of stuff. Just
all right. I wish you good luck, sir. That was a crazy call. You should have applied for a green card a long time ago. I don't know what to say. Jorge on TikTok says, I filed a K1 visa for my fiance. Can she come visit on her B2 visa? Yes, she could, Jorge. She could. She's got to be honest about everything when she comes through customs, but that's it. All right. I'm going to go to Tylo Storm. Hello.
Hey, Jim. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, so I spoke to you probably a couple of years ago. That might be 2 years ago. And I have a very interesting case. I came as a F1. And prior to my F1 status, I came in as a visitor. So when I came in as an F1, I was in school for probably like 2 years, I would say. I was doing really well in school. And then due to miscommunication and misunderstanding, My status got terminated because it was too late for me to do the waiver or something like that through the school.
Reinstate.
So yes, reinstatement. That's correct. So it was too late for me to do that. My wife is from Wisconsin, and I met my wife on Facebook, and we got married real quick. So met we met in August, and September we got engaged, but we got married like in December of the same year. Okay.
Yep.
And I went to a paralegal guy. He's from Liberia, so he's African as well.
You mean fake lawyer?
Saying yes, absolutely, fake lawyer. So
Yes.
I went with him and we did the I-130, and I did get a notice from the government by mail regarding the I-130. Um, After that, he never told me that I could apply for like both at the same time, because at the time I only had the money for like the I-130. So he said,
Plus he was a fake lawyer, so he doesn't know that.
Exactly. So he told me, let's just go ahead and let's apply. So I put my trust in him and we did that.
Okay.
Then I would say down the road, I just never got anything back. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I did get an interview notice from the government. My wife and we had to cancel that due to I think she couldn't get off work, and I had to go for my medical. But at the time, we didn't have the finance to do that, so we had to cancel that, which was probably not a good idea on our end.
Definitely not. I just made a TikTok about how that puts you at the top of the fraud list.
Yeah. Okay. So we then went to the guy again and paid him for the I-485 to do the adjustment of status. And he then told me on text, I have all the proof, I have everything, that he did the application. However, I called the government again and they told me that they can only see the I-130. So that told me that he never did it. He then took our money and ran off. So he pretty much scammed us, and now we literally, yeah, we in a very shitty spot right now. So
Okay.
now we have to come up with we have the money, and we want to do the I-485 by ourselves and submit that. Do you think it's a good idea for us to do that still?
So would it be fair to say that right now the federal government doesn't even know that you're in the United States?
Yes, sir. Well,
So,
they do know through customs, because I came through customs.
yeah, but nothing besides that.
Yeah, no.
They don't know that you've been
Because I
hanging.
don't have any status right now, yeah.
Right. So are you working?
Yes, sir, I am, because I have a baby.
Is your spouse working?
Yes, she is. She works in a nursing home.
And whatever happened to the I-130 that she filed? Did it get approved or is it still pending?
That's one thing I do not know, because with him taking our money, he also withheld our account information, so
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
So here's what I would do. I would figure out a way to find money to pay for a lawyer to get your file and your wife's file from USCIS, figure out what the I-130 petition is, whether it's pending or withdrawn. I mean, when you put it in the computer system, that case number now, what does it say?
It just says they have the I-130. There's nothing for us. Like they don't need anything from me, pretty much is what they're saying.
So, but it looks like it's still pending according to the online thing.
Yes, that's what it looks like. So I had a question for you too.
Well, let me ask you my question before I forget it, okay? Do you have the I-130 receipt notice?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I would actually call USCIS and ask them. I mean, it's sort of weird that they scheduled it for an interview if it was a standalone I-130. That's unusual. They usually wouldn't schedule her for an interview.
Yeah, because I don't know this, that's why I'm coming to you.
So I would, with all my heart, ask you to either find the money to pay for a lawyer to help you through this, because if you can't, you're going to end up in deportation, because that from now on, when they deny a case, they're sending people to deportation.
Okay. I understand that. So that's so because I've been married for almost 3 years, we'll be married 4 years this year, and we have a 8 month baby.
So you can't let them down, brother. You got to find some money and you got to do this right. Let us know if you need our help, okay?
I do need your help, Jim.
Okay. So email and say, this is Tylo. I was the last call on Monday's show, episode 800, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay. Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
buddy. We can work with you on the payments, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Bye, buddy.
you.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya. All right. Again, my name is Jim Hacking. It's dark as night here. Oh, the Cardinals got a hit. Oh, runners at first and third, but we're down by 2. We gave up 2 in the top of the 10th. All right. Alex Burleson, nice job. All right. So this is episode 800. My pleasure being with you guys for all these 800 hours of talking to my friends. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow at some time. So text the word show to 314-470-3300 if you'd like to say thank you for the 800 hours of content that we have provided. Please go to reviewhackinglaw.com, and leave us a 5-star review. We would really appreciate it. Robert says, I did the payment plan and it was worth it. All right. All right, guys. Have a great night. Good being with you all. We'll be back tomorrow for episode 801 of the Immigration Answer Show. Again, if you need to get a hold of me, 314-961-8200, info@hackingimmigration.com. Tomorrow's show won't be this late, but it was fun being here with you guys that late. We'll see you next time.
I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion.